So this is part 2 of the previous video where we were creating a simple program to insert, update, search and display all the data in MySQL. And we have encountered a problem when we are going to insert a particular value which is already inserted in the table or present in the table. You are getting this error, that is duplicate entry 1. 1 is the basically data which we have entered for a key because it was the primary key. Now we are going to address this problem in here only. So what I'm going to do in insert data, just go to the definition here. Now you need to check out whether this roll number exists or not, right? So what we are going to do is we are going to simply fire a command. Let's have a cursor dot execute. Let's say select count asterisk from student or where yes, I have to check out the name, that is I think roll number only. Roll number is equals to plus roll number. Let's have str roll number. You can use of a string format as well, right? And now what we need to do, we need to fetch this record. Okay, so let's have a data is equals to, or you can say count is equals to we have cursor dot h1, okay, because it contains only one record. And if the value of this tuple, okay, let's say if count of 0 is equals to 0, right, then we can say roll number doesn't exist and you can go ahead with this. And if it doesn't, try something else. Okay, I'm going to simply say print no record inserted as roll number already exists in the database. Okay, I can write other form of a query as well, but this is fine for me for this example. Okay, now let us try to execute this piece of a code, and here I'm going to use 1 to insert, and again 1, so that I should get the error. Okay, name is equals to Rahul and class is equals to 4, let's say. Okay, now you can see no record inserted as roll number already exists in the database. Now let us see what if I try a valid roll number, this time 51, and it should be Raghav and its class is, or his class is 7. Let's see. Now you can see record inserted successfully. Okay, hope you got this idea. Now instead of this, what you can do, you can use a for loop or a while loop. Sorry, it should be while loop. Okay, what I can do, you can simply say while count is equals to count 0 is equals to 0, or you can simply use wait a minute, while true. We are going to just write like this, hit this one also here, and what I'm going to do is check this one and break here. Okay, if we are successful in inserting the record, we break, otherwise no record inserted. You can ask roll number is equals to enter a valid record, enter record. Okay, that will be another approach, right? But this approach is not recommended, okay? Because what we do generally, we keep it like this only. Wait a minute, let me do like this previous commands and get rid of this, and this is perfectly fine. This should be inside this. Okay, that's fine. So this is fine, but when we do not insert the data, we simply return false, or here we can simply return true. Okay, so you can check it here, right, and do accordingly. Okay, if it gives you true, that means you are successfully inserting and you need not to enter these values again, right? So it can be done a variety of ways. Whatever suits to you, you can use it. Now let us have this option, okay, so that we can print all the data on the screen. Okay, let's stop this first and go to view presentation mode. Just wait a minute. So now I think it looks better. Lf, and let's use ch is equals to for this time, and let us write the query to display all the values. So it's really simple. You can have the function, or you can simply use the cursor, right? So any of the approach which you feel that is good to you, I would prefer to create a function. Okay, so def disp all is my function. Let's have this. Let's have 2 line of cap, and then use the cursor, right? Cursor dot execute. Let's have a query select asterisk from student. That's perfectly fine. We need not to have a filter, so we are not going to use a fact class. Now we can fetch all the records as desired. So for data row in cursor, right, that's perfectly fine. We are going to print this data simply. You can format accordingly. I'm not going to format it. Simply call this function. Let's say disp all. Let's check it out whether this function works or not. And what I'm going to do straight away, I'm going to write a for so that it displays all the records. Now you can check it out. We have this much of records. Okay, hope this is the this example you will find easy and will code it. And now let us have this search function. Okay, and we are going to search on the basis of rows first, right? So what I'm going to use is def, let's say search roll number, and then let's copy this and write a simple code where roll is equals to, you can use a plus roll, okay, or format whatever, right? And that's perfectly fine. Let's have a 2 line gap and write a simple code here. So if ch equals to 3, then you need to pass a roll number. So what I'm going to do, roll is equals to int input enter roll number to be searched. Okay, and then you can simply pass the function, call the function, pass the roll number, search, and then roll number. That's perfectly fine. And let's run this. So stop and run, and here option 3, and this time I'm going to specify 50, and I'm getting to error. That's what what's the error? That's a simple thing. In the search I haven't used str, I think. So let's use str to convert this roll number into a string. That's perfectly fine. And to stop here, I just use int, right? So I have to hit enter. Let's press enter to continue. Okay, that's fine. And one more thing I have to change just to beautify my code. Alright, right? Let's run this program and check it out. Now this time it works or not. 3 and 50. Now you can see 50 unknown 1. Okay, now what happens if I specify a value that doesn't exist, right? So this time it's 1000. I know that roll number 1000 doesn't exist, so you can see press enter to continue. Now here it will be better if it says 10,000 or 1000 doesn't exist in the database, kindly search again, right? So this is a homework for you. You have to address this problem and come with this solution, right? That's all for the day, and tomorrow we are going to code for update, and there should be another option delete. Okay, it's really simple, you can do it. Okay, or in comment sections I will teach you how to do it. Okay, that's all for today. Bye bye and see you. And remember, this whole program you have to do it in your practical copy.